section. Party people over here. And then there's me.
Okay, today we're going to go over the misconceptions of feminism. These are all of the sources that I have used to put together this speech, this presentation, and everything, and the outline, and so on and so forth. Feminism is the advocacy of women's rights on the basis of the equality of the sexes. As you can see, just right there. In layman's term, feminism is the wish to have every man, woman, no matter your race, class, ethnicity, it doesn't matter. You should all have the same basic rights as the person to your left or the person to your right. First, we're going to start off with some audio from Justin Trudeau on why he urges people to, not just women, but men as well, to be feminist. Because the video won't play, so we have to listen to audio.
And by the way, we shouldn't be afraid of the word feminist. Men and women should use it to describe themselves anytime they want. Men have to be a big part of this conversation. One of the things, I'm incredibly proud to have a partner in my wife Sophie, who is extremely committed to women and girls issues. We're of a like mind on it. I agree with her on that, and I've been very thoughtful about how we raise our daughter. But she caught me. She took me aside a few months ago and said, okay, it's great that you're engaged and modeling to your daughter that you want her empowered and everything, but you need to take as much effort to talk to your sons, my 8-year-old boy and my 2-year-old, still a little young still, about how he treats women and how he is going to grow up to be a feminist just like Dad. And by the way, we shouldn't be afraid of the word feminist. Men and women should use it to describe themselves anytime they want. But that role we have as men in supporting and demanding equality and demanding a shift is really, really important.
Now, one such very important ideal of feminism is the right for women to control their bodies, their lives, anything that happens to come across. Anything for men, women, trans members, it doesn't matter. It's a movement for everybody to have equal rights, to be able to get married in every country, in every state. For people to just be equal and have the same rights and have the same responsibilities. So abortion is a huge, huge piece of that. Feminists want women to have the choice to choose. It's their body. They should have the right to choose what happens to their body. And that affects the Texas area because in response to the heartbeat bill that Georgia just passed, Texas is trying to have more of a control over a woman's choice of abortion, but not being as harsh as Georgia's heartbeat bill is, which in reality is that the heartbeat bill is that as soon as a fetal heartbeat is present, you cannot abort, legally cannot abort. And a fetal heartbeat can be presented at as early as 8 weeks of age, fetal age. Another huge one would be the double standards of feminism. One thing that I have experienced when I was in the military was women wanted the same rights but didn't want the same responsibilities. I mean, as women didn't want to lift those heavy things, or they didn't want to move this object from there to there, or they didn't want to use the compactor, or they didn't want to use something else, and they thought the men should do it because the men can handle it. And women can handle it just as much, but even some women are still in the delusion that women can't do what men can do. So, one solution, one major solution to this epidemic of the misconception of feminism is to educate. Educate your sons, educate your daughters, educate your brothers, your sisters, your friends, educate everybody on the importance of feminism and how we as a people need to come together to ensure the equality of all the races, of all the genders, and everything, just to make a more an easier life, less combatants, less of everything, just easier. As you can see from the visualizations, there'd be less assaults on men and women. Men wouldn't think that they're better than women. Women wouldn't think because he's a man that he won't feel humiliated by it. Equal pay as responsibilities, meaning that the woman to the left who's 5'2" can do the same amount of work as the man over here that's 5'10". Just because she's a bit smaller, she looks a little more feminine and unable to do the manly stuff that some people might think the 5'11" guy might be able to do. If she's getting paid for it, she should be able to do it. Less overall strife in the world. If we didn't have abortion to fight over anymore, if we didn't have all of these double standards to hide behind, there'd just be less issues. There wouldn't be as many things to argue about. It would just be an easier day in the life. Workplace relations would improve, meaning that in the workplace, if Bob got the job, but Helen thought that, just because she was a woman, she got passed over. If we were equal in every way, pay and all of that, it would mean that Helen can no longer fall behind the I'm a woman, I didn't get the job because I'm a woman. So in conclusion, feminism is a huge ordeal in the Dallas-Fort Worth area because women today are still fighting, men as well are still fighting to get the equal due in their day-to-day life. And that's why we need to come together as a people to make sure that our sons and our daughters and our wives and our husbands, our mothers and our fathers all have the same rights as the person to your left, as the person to your right, as you. That's it.